Hey, it's Holly. Welcome to Living It Country. In today's video, we have a Christmas home tour I know you are all going to love. We have Tracey back. I am so excited to be sharing her 2023 Christmas home tour. Make sure you guys follow her in the description box down below, and let's welcome her here today and tour her beautiful home.
Hi everyone, thank you Holly for inviting me back to share my Christmas decor. We're going to start in the garden again, the shed, back to the garden, to the porch, and then we'll head in the house. We'll start our outside tour in the garden, and I'll take you around to the shed first. And it's just dusk here, so you can really see the lights on the shed. I have pink lights. And I always put a Christmas tree in my shed. And this year I went with colored lights on my tree. I was feeling very nostalgic, so I love the colored lights out here. And I just put a lot of greenery garlands in the shed. Some garland along there. Just a lot of greenery. A little greenhouse up there. And in the windows are some stars that I made out of toilet paper tubes last year. I thought they looked pretty hanging up in the window. So very simple. So we'll head out to the garden. You can see I left my candelabra over there. I have some solar lights in all of the candelabras outside. And along with the pink lights on the shed, we have pink lights on the arbors in the secret garden. Which really look pretty when it gets really dark out here. And we have a couple trees here. This is an old Christmas tree from a thrift store that we have weighted down out here in the garden. And this little tree I've had for quite a few years. I just thought it looked pretty in this little area. So we'll go through this other pink arbor and head to the porch. And this year we have icicle lights around the porch, which I just love. We haven't had them for a few years, and they're just very delicate looking, and they wrap all the way around the porch. all the way around. So we're back to the side porch, and this is where I do most of the Christmas decorating. I don't do a lot around the front. And this year I have a couple trees on this side. One that is like the one in the garden that's lit up. Some faux poinsettias. A couple more trees. Some skates. This was a wreath that I got from a thrift store a few years ago. Added some pink ribbon. Put a chair out here with a cushion. Another tree. And I always like to use garland around the doors. I just think these icicle lights really look pretty this year. So we'll start the tour in the mudroom coming into the living room. And for Christmas, I wanted to keep things pretty simple. If you watched my other tour, you'll notice I changed the couch out. I just swapped them from the basement to the living room and added a couple more chairs from just swapped out. The wicker chair in the corner was from a thrift store, and that chair by the tree I painted. It was a yard sale find. So like I said, I wanted to keep everything really, really simple. A lot of greenery. This is the table that I overwinter my geraniums on. I've started some paper whites, and they will be blooming in January, which will be really nice. After Christmas, it's always nice to have something blooming. The tree is very simple with ornaments that I've had for years, and some cross stitch ornaments that I did the first year we were married. This is an electric fireplace that I like to bring in and put it in front of our full fireplace. We don't need the heat. But I like to just turn on the flames. Makes it a little more cozy. I really wanted to bring in a lot of my dried flowers. So this garland with the straw flowers was in the kitchen, and I thought I would bring it out here in the living room, because it matches my straw flower wreath. And on the mantle is my little village that I made out of Christmas cards quite a few years ago. It's really special to me. On the shelves, I have my Precious Moments Nativity, my button gifts that my sister made me out of my grandma's buttons, the tree and the wreath. I have my glitter houses that I've had for quite a few years. And then coming into the dining room, again, lots of greenery. And I decided this year to put our stockings on this faux fireplace in the dining room. And my stockings are made out of vintage pillowcases. And I have a couple vintage candles that were my grandma's with the flicker lights in them. Some vintage Christmas postcards in the mirror. And then over here, some more paper whites that I have potted up. And I added a straw flower garland to this garland in the dining room as well. And I have some bigger glitter houses above the hutch with a vintage wreath and a vintage bottle brush tree. And then we'll head into the kitchen. On my open shelves, I tucked in some vintage putz houses. I love little houses. And some greenery. And got out my snowflake glasses. And there's a snowflake light garland in the greenery garland. And on these shelves as well, there's a couple little putz houses tucked in. And on this side of the kitchen, another poinsettia. And some garland and a wreath on that hutch. So thank you so much for joining me on my Christmas tour this year. Have a wonderful Christmas.
I hope you all adored Tracey's beautiful Christmas tour today. Let me know your favorite part in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in our next video. Bye.